Hi and welcome back to XPlane 11 in VR, where I'm going to carry on with my attempt at going around. I've kind of not ignorantly used interchangeably GB and UK, and actually what that does is that actually suggests, shows that I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do yet. My main aim is to actually go around Great Britain, the actual main island of Great Britain. That's my initial plan. But I'm thinking it might be nice to actually sort of try and take in the whole of the UK, and I haven't decided yet. I'm going to see how this goes, because that will mean at some point I'll take a trip over to Northern Ireland, go around there, and then kind of come back over and finish my leg off around Scotland or something like that. That remains to be seen. We'll see how this goes. But anyway, previous session I did a little flight from Edinburgh down to Newcastle, so pretty much where I live now down to where I used to live in my very late teens into I left there when I was 21. Excuse me. And today I'm taking off from Newcastle because that's where I finished last time, and the idea is, I kind of follow myself around. The idea is I'm actually going to fly down to York, which is where I was born and lived for the first sort of 18 years of my life. I'm actually going to land at, where did I plan to land at? Elvington, I think it was, which is a little airfield just outside York. So that's my plan. I got a flight plan. It's plugged into this thing. I can't actually see it at the moment because we're pointing in completely wrong direction. I don't know why I said right direction then. I have no idea where the runway is. I'm just going to go for it. Now, on the fuel front, I haven't refueled. I think I should have enough fuel. I don't have a massive amount of fuel, but what I did do was, where is it? Can I remember how to do it? Flight config. Let's just pop here a second. If I customize that and I look at the fuel, I can change the fuel there, but it's also saying I've got a total flight time at normal cruise of like 2 hours and 40 minutes. I am planning on this being about an hour, I think. So it should be good to go. Right, let's give this. Oh, there we go. I nearly got out of the aircraft then. I still haven't figured out the foot pedal situation. Oh, there's that aircraft that's always ahead of me again. Yeah, I haven't figured out why the left is coming kind of towards me. Yeah, why? Oh no, I've done the get in the pilot seat. There we go. Oh no, this is going wrong. Let's just and also it wasn't foot pedals, it was the brakes. Let me just get myself back in. There we go. Right, concentrate. I really need rudder pedals. I was using the right stick to try and rudder, and it's actually the left stick. Right, I'm going to follow that guy out. I'm actually not sure where the airport is. Well, I know where the airport is. I'm actually on the airport. I meant the runway. I guess that is the way I'm going. Whoa, he's doing one of those crazy turns again. He's quite dangerous. This looks about right, actually. This was where I came off, wasn't it? There's a big sign on the floor that says runway ahead. I'm going to take that as a good sign. Excuse me, I'm just going to cough. What's he playing at? He's just doing donuts in the runway. Why is he doing donuts in the runway? I want to take off. I really need ATC, don't I? So what's your deal, mate? What is he playing at? Right, what lights have we got? Landing. I can't actually see what they say. Nav lights. It looks like nav. Strobe, right. You see lights? Can't see lights. Okay, he's gone. It looks like he's on. Are they on? I think they're on. I can't see any lights though. I'm going to assume my lights are on. Right, let's go for it. Needed to give that a bit of rudder in anticipation, really. I didn't anticipate that very well. Right, we're up. I haven't thought about what direction I want to go in yet. Okay. Yeah, heading out that way. That's fine. That's fine. So as I say, my plan is to kind of head out to the coast, fly down the coast. Usual thing, I have real world weather, I have real world time. There we go, that's the time. It was on UTC, that's daylight saving, summertime, that kind of thing. Right, now I need to remember, can I figure out how to do the autopilot again? So I should probably use that soon. Let's just be in full control, get ourselves up to a reasonable cruising altitude. So I was planning on like about 3,000 feet. Because again, it's like in my last session here around Edinburgh, well, actually a bit south of Edinburgh, Midlothian, but the weather's really nice, it's really quite sunny, hardly a cloud in the sky. I hadn't really checked what the weather would be like over Newcastle or anything like that. According to this, it's kind of cloudy. Oh, I'm straying off. Yeah, straying off my intended path a little bit. Doesn't matter too much. And what the base is for these clouds. Right, let's oh, undo heading hold. Hang on, this isn't going well. That went wrong. I pressed the wrong button. Let's just try and recover a little bit. Right, just hold there a second. Right, I just need to. There we go. Slight mid-air emergency. So we're facing south. Suddenly, don't want to be doing that. Don't want to be doing that. Right. So that one throttle pilot. So I want to say I want to hold heading and altitude. And then I'm going to dial in heading of that way. There we go. Come on. Come on. Kind of level out a bit. That's better. Let's just bring our altitude up. So this has gone horribly wrong. This is not a good start. This is not a good start. Oh, no, I want to go that way. Right, so I think my first waypoint, I think I set just over Sunderland. So there should be Sunderland coming up. kind of head out to the river and then head down the coast. So the plan is to hug the coast, come down, kind of, how far did I, yeah, I got to hit Whitby and then also Scarborough, and I want to get to basically about Filey. I'm going to turn in and head inland to York. It's a bit of a convoluted route, obviously. Went a bit too fast, let's just come off the power a bit. Yeah, it's a bit of a convoluted route. But as I said, I want to go down the coast, is the idea. Yeah, I want to go down the coast, but I want to kind of end up visiting York. Oh no, do I run out of map? Or does the map catch up? Hopefully the map catches up. There's a bit of a wiggly route. Slightly wiggly route, it has to be said. Also, I just realised that I think it was at the mouth of the Tyne I set the first waypoint, not Sunderland. It's a while since I've been around here. It's Sunderland down there, isn't it? I think. Right, that'll do. So, somewhere up there is Whitby Day. Can't quite remember how far out it is. This would look incredible if it had real world scenery. I have had a little luck to see if there is some kind of real world scenery, but I haven't really found anything. There's no bridges. There's no bridges. Okay, this seems like a better speed. A little bit off the waypoint, but that's okay. I'm happy with that. Now, can I remember how I select the next waypoint? Ooh. A different way of displaying things. Yeah, I can't remember how to do this. I'm sure I had it figured out last time, didn't I? No. I did figure it out last time. Why are we turning? Why did we turn then? Ah, there we go. And then can I... No, it's not that one. Let's go flight plan. No, it's not that. No, it's not that. Ah, oh, goodness. Clear. There we go. It must be that one, right? Yeah, there we go. Say... Enter. No. Why is he not selecting it? I did it last time, didn't I? Right, let's start our turn. And while it's doing that, it's going to figure out how to do this. So it's definitely not enter. It's not that. Not that. I'm sure that this interface is very, very carefully thought out. Ah, there we go. It's that button there. Clear. And then do I just go back? There we go, there we go, there we go. Yeah, I'm sure the UI of this thing is very carefully thought out, and it's supposed to be easy to manage if you're flying an aircraft or something like that, but oh my god, I just feel it could be a bit more straightforward. Like, as someone who has like Apple CarPlay in his car, I'm well aware of the fact that having a touch screen while you're in charge of some machinery isn't necessarily the best interface. I certainly, why do I keep, it's like, am I pressing something? I keep getting an input of rudder, it seems. Or is it just, it could be wind, actually. I didn't really check what the wind speed was. But yeah, I'm kind of well aware of the fact that oh, it's doing it again. It keeps slewing to the side. What's that about? Physical buttons are so much easier to manage when you're in charge of something. You know, the idea that you can reach out and glance, fiddle with things, but keep looking ahead and keep your concentration on what it is you're supposed to be doing, because you have that tactile thing going on, whereas touch screens are just flat and horrible. And yeah, so I'm not sure I'd want this to be a touch screen, but it's like, wow, so there's that button there, and there's that button there, and there's that button there, and that one twists, and that one twists, and that one twists, and that one pushes, and really? So that's got to be Sunderland down there, right? I was getting confused about where I'd set my plan for the first waypoint. So the other thing I'm not really paying that much attention to, I'd like to, but I think there's quite a bit more I need to learn about this stuff anyway, is I'm not avoiding any areas that are sort of marked as you will not enter. I seem to remember as you get around Whitby, there was a big area marked on the nav map I was looking at. I think you had to stay above 5,000 feet and below 20 or something like that. I can't remember what the numbers were, but it seemed like there was a whole area where you had to stay within certain altitudes and so on and so forth and everything. And I'm sure there's some actual just plain flat no-fly zones around here as well and everything. I'm not paying attention to those, at least not this early on in this little experiment in getting to know the game, the sim. Why do you keep... Is that wind? I don't know how I'd know. I don't know how I'd tell. Am I seeing the rudder deflecting every so often? Not obviously, but then it's not doing it now. Oh, there we go. I don't know what was doing that. Who knows? Right, how are we doing? Doing okay. Doing okay. I should have put some clouds on. Okay, so it looks like the cloud cover is fairly patchy actually, if that's to be believed. Right, so at 12,000 feet we've got like 30 knot winds. It's a bit breezy, right? I mean, okay, I'm only at, what, 1,500 feet? Should we go up a little bit? I do wish there was a way of actually dialing in an actual altitude with this. Let's just watch our speed. Oh. We got dangerously low then. Yeah, I don't think I can dial in an actual speed on this. There's a little switch there that says test. What does it test? Okay. Tests all the... I just noticed there's a nav GPS thing there as well. I definitely need to figure out some more of the mechanisms in this. Right, so I seem to remember each click on this is like 200 feet gain, or 200 feet loss, depending on the direction I turn. But it's actually really hard. So I reckon that was like 600 feet I added. It sounded like 3 clicks. So let's see how this goes. No, I don't think that's right at all. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything that indicates, as I turn that up, it doesn't seem to indicate what altitude I'm actually dialing in, which seems kind of odd. Maybe I'm just oblivious to something that's in front of me that shows me. Right, after that very shaky start, I seem to be doing okay. There's another aircraft carrier. Is that the same one? I saw in my last session. Okay, so the map does kind of move with you looking at this. We've lost Newcastle, sorry, Edinburgh, I should say, off the map. Now I can't get up there, but I can get all the way down to Lincolnshire now. So I've definitely got a good view of where I'm heading for. That initial track is just ridiculous. He definitely wasn't in control for a moment there. So let's have a look. What else we've got going on here? I should learn how to dial some of these things in, shouldn't I? I really got, back in the days of Flight Sim 2000, I really got into learning how to fly, you know, these smaller aircraft, and understanding how the different beacon direction things and all that kind of stuff. The thing is, it's a forgotten, not just the terminology, but like how to actually use them and everything. I bought a couple of books that were, you know, introduction to getting your private pilot's license, that kind of thing, and sort of worked through them and understood everything and started flying, actually, you know, plotting actual routes and things like that, and using the beacons and everything. And it was actually really fun. I really enjoyed it, and it was, you know, great to actually learn how to do that sort of stuff. But I definitely have forgotten it all. I've forgotten so much of it. Yeah, I wanna learn again. Yeah, I figure a thing to do would be to fly without any of this stuff on, I guess, and just use all of this. Yeah, I can't remember what that's for. ADF rings a bell, but I can't remember why. OBS, so I'm guessing what we got here. Message. No data. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That's got flight plan as well. That's something different though, right? Oh, actually, are these sort of duplicated? Is it? Whoa! What happened there? Where are we going? Why are we pitching up slightly? Ever so slightly losing speed as well. I didn't change anything. Oh, coming up to our second waypoint. Slowly. A little bit off heading. Let's just turn a little bit. Where are we? I kind of wish there was a better map on this. Kind of trying to remember. I think I put a waypoint slap bang over Whitby. I think it was waypoint 3. Can't remember. I wonder if you can name them. I should have named them, shouldn't I? Oh, the directional gyro is not a winder of magnetic north. Adjust the directional gyro to the magnetic compass to get an accurate indication of your direction of flight. Okay. Which one's that one? That's magnetic, right? So what's... That's got to be magnetic one, right? So what's the gyro one? That just would look to be... So that seems to be slightly off, so let's adjust that. Oh, hang on. Oh, maybe I didn't want to do that. Oh, it says push. Why was it for push? It's not letting me push it. I may have just screwed up. So I'm guessing that lets me adjust this. I'm guessing that's a magnetic compass. Can't quite tell. I'm going to guess it is though. I feel like I know there's the handwriting on it. So for north, steer 01. Kind of thing. Oh, coming up. Let's turn a bit more that way. I obviously put the waypoint over that headland, didn't I? I kind of wish there was towns and things marked on here. It must be around... Where must be around now? Damn, I've forgotten the name of the town. It's in the... Oh god, it's in the back of my brain. I know where I am, I just can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, which is ridiculous. It's probably at some point some poor individual stumbles on this and they're yelling at the screen going, but it's... because that's where they live. Where is it? I've forgotten the name of it. Oh, it's really embarrassing. I need a bit more juice. Let me turn a bit more. We'll be heading out that way now. Right, let's see if I remember how to do this. So, flight plan. Is it that one? Or waypoint 3? Oh, it's really hard. There we go. Go. And enter. There we go. Hey! Slowly getting the hang of it. Slowly getting the hang of it. is that odd thing. I think I said it in the last little session I had. Let's get some more altitude, I think. I'm coming in here and then just flying it by the dials and things like that. But the thing is you know, as I said, it's like I could sit here holding this lots, but then if I wanted to actually do something, I want to look around and things like that, I'm likely to upset the aircraft. But I imagine if you're actually flying some distance yourself anyway, surely you'd use these things to take the strain off actually flying. It's like cruise control, right? Do you know what? I've watched some other folk playing this. I've also been watching a lot of VTOL VR videos lately as well. Some great ones out there. And the thing that I just realised time and again is a video does not do this stuff justice at all. It's just on the screen as you're watching it now. This is going to look okay. You'll be able to see that as I move my head, that you know everything moves in relation to everything else as it should. But what you're not getting is that there is really there. It's really a thing in front of me. And as I'm concentrating on this, I'm getting double vision on that strut out there. But if I look at that strut out there, there's double vision on the edge of the window here and that kind of thing, which, you know, you would get normally. And I know this isn't a revelation, I know this isn't surprising, but there's just something about, for not a ridiculous amount of money, you can build this setup that lets you really, you know, lets you sit in your living room and feel like you're really flying an aircraft, you're really sat in it. I really feel like I'm over 2,000 feet in the air. It's incredible. It feels so cool. So it looks like the weather's definitely fared up. It's a bit misty, it seems. Maybe a bit humid or something, but the weather seems okay. That cloud seems the distance above us still, and it's quite broken as well. So that's pretty good. It's much better than my last session. Where's he going? So how are we doing? About a third of the way so far, I think. So the plan is to come down here, carry on around the coast, past Whitby. Whitby's what, about there, I think? Carry on around, and come around, curve around Scarborough. Where's Scarborough? Can't remember. Around there, isn't it? And then going to carry on just a little bit further at Filey, and then come in towards York. That's the plan. That's the idea. Just go a little bit too fast. Oh, did that the wrong way. Should get a bit more altitude. I was hoping to bring it up to about 3,000. Whoa, it's pitching up quite a bit. That didn't go well. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to start climbing such that it would stall me. Okay, I think I'm going to have to take over. Let's just recover this. I wasn't expecting that. I think I was expecting it to do the climb without causing it to stall. So it looks like I can't just wind the altitude up. Right, let's put... Right, I want a heading hold and altitude hold. Right, it's looking a bit better. Let's just take it up a couple of notches. Yeah, it looks like you just got to do gentle inputs on that thing. Definitely looks like we're starting to get very much into the North Yorkshire coast now. It's starting to look like a bit more like there's cliffs down there below us. Let's just head out a little bit. So at some point, it's not going to be marked on here really. So glancing at the map, I can't remember exactly where Whitby is. I want to say it's about there actually, I think. Whitby's one of those slightly deceiving places where it's on the east coast, but it faces north more or less, and that very much looks like there's a cut in there. It's not facing quite north. One of my absolute favourite places in the UK is Whitby. How are we doing? Yeah, we're doing fine for fuel. Motoring along at a good speed, but actually, yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's go with it. Definitely get some cliffs appearing now. So like I said, my plan is to mostly hug the coast. I don't know how many legs it's going to do me. I think it's going to take me, I should say. I think for some reason I thought it was going to take longer to get from Edinburgh to Yorkshire. I thought it was probably going to take me 3 or 4 hops maybe. But yeah, I'm pretty much going to be doing it in 2. My first trip was obviously a bit longer than I anticipated. I think it was about 90 minutes in total. I think I'd prefer to limit the hops to maybe 40 minutes, up to an hour. This one is probably going to end up being about an hour. Right, okay, so I think it was waypoint 3 that I put over Whitby, I think, which would make sense actually. Just down here, so that one or maybe that one over there, that certainly looks to be, yeah, I think it's over there, which would make sense. Whitby's kind of cool in that it's on a river that comes out to the sea, and sort of one side excuse me, so if you're in the river facing that sea, to the left of you it's quite low, and yeah, there's nice beach and all that kind of stuff. To the right it kind of goes into cliffs, and you've got the Abbey on top of the cliffs and all that kind of stuff, and it's quite a rocky beach. It's great for fossil hunting. I don't know for sure, but I'm going to say that cut in there is where Whitby should be, I think. It feels about right. And the look of the lie around looks about right as well. So, I think this is going to be Scarborough here. Yeah, I think that's Scarborough there. This is going to be fiery out this way, I think. It's actually quite tricky to tell without the proper map. Ah, okay, so I think this time we actually hit the waypoint and I think it's auto-progressed. Yeah, it has. Okay, that's handy. So the reasons why I've had to reset it before is just my shoddy flying. Try and take it up to about 3,000. Gently. There we go. Kind of peaked at 600, that's more like what I want to see. Couple more notches. Oh, steady. There we go. Right, I'm about level with that cloud, so I probably don't actually want to go any higher. There's a cloud ahead of me, so I need to be careful. I should not be flying into clouds. That'd be naughty. Okay, so it's about 2.5 minutes to the next waypoint. Ah, do you know what? I think this... No, this must be Whitby coming up then. Oh, yes! Yes, it very definitely is. I was one waypoint off, but actually looking at the way that is laid out, that's got to be it. Let's just turn out this way a little bit. We're going to turn... Whoa, 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 whoa. What are we doing? What are we doing? All I wanted to do was turn. Steady on. Let's just come back off the throttle. Well, this gets easily upset, doesn't it? Oh yeah, that is definitely supposed to be Whitby, I think. You can see the piers. So they're actually modelled. That's good. Alright, this makes sense because there's the waypoint there. And then Scarborough, Filey and the turn in. That was my plan. Okay, this is making more sense. Right, I'm going to go a little wider the waypoint. Is it going to let me get away with this? Oh! Whoa, what was that kick for? Is this trying to fly my flight plane? I don't think so, we're losing power. Okay. Yeah, that looks like... Whoa, why did it kick round? It just kicked round, I wasn't touching anything. And then it's pitched down. That's so weird. Right, let's bring it round. Is he getting really upset because I'm not following the flight plan or something? There's something weird going on. Why is it misbehaving? Right, is that going to tick over? Is it just because I'm leaning around in the cabin? It's just because I'm throwing my weight around. Yeah, that's it. That's supposed to be Ripley down there, I think. Oh, there we go. It's actually ticked over. So it should be Scarborough, Thymie Brig, and then in towards York. That would have looked so cool if it had real scenery. Yeah, just cleared up. Oh, we've definitely, it's definitely updated the weather or something, because suddenly the air's got so much clearer. That's hilarious. Okay. So it'd be interesting to see if Scarborough looks in any way familiar. So it's classically got a North Bay and a South Bay, which are sort of quite different. Ooh, is that a lot of low cloud out there? Like a fog bank maybe or something. But yeah, I mean, it's a long time since I've been to Scarborough, maybe 20 years if not more. Actually, yeah, more like 25 years I think. Used to go there pretty much every summer as a kid for summer holidays, like a week in Scarborough, that kind of thing. And so yeah, the North Bay is sort of quieter. I'm not sure how you describe it really, a bit more relaxed than that. South Bay is the one that's got all the amusement rides and so on and so forth. So when I was a kid, if we went for a day out to Scarborough, it was very much a case of take the train out, go and get a spot on the beach in the North Bay for most of the day, and then like late afternoon, oh definitely cloud below me, just need to be a bit careful. Yeah, walk over up through the castle, over the headland, down into the South Bay, go on the amusements, have fish and chips, Jack and Ellie's ice cream, that kind of thing. It was always fun. We haven't been there for so long. We'll do a visit again at some point. So there's like a very stark little spit of land sticking out. So I'm thinking that is supposed to be the headland that the castle is on, I think. I'm going to make a guess that that's supposed to be Scarborough there. So I wonder what all that kicking was for. Up near 3,000 feet, so pretty much got the altitude I was after. Speed's okay. Weather's actually looking pretty fine. Looks like it might be a bit cloudier further inland, so I might need to be careful as I head in towards York. I don't know how you're supposed to zoom this particular map. I'm sure there's a way of doing it. So does that waypoint there look like that's about the distance? I think it is, isn't it? And we're heading to the right place, which would then make that next bit of land out Filey Brig, I think, and then I think after that is Bridlington, I think. It's a while since I lived in Yorkshire. This flight's going okay. I wonder if I can make it all the way around during summer while the weather's good. That would be quite nice. It'd be fun to do it in some kind of fairly extreme weather. Yeah, this like spit of land that has got a bump on it, that's definitely looking like the headland that Scarborough Castle's on. So yeah, that would be the North Bay there, and then the South Bay, and yeah, whoa, there's one of those kicks again, and we pitched down quite dramatically. What's that about? What is that about? Pretty sure I didn't have any of that going on in my last flight. Nothing looks like it's screaming there's a problem. Yeah, this is looking cool. So I'm only my second flight into this, getting myself familiar with this again. It's definitely making me want to seek out more realistic scenery and things like that. I realise I can pretty much get that kind of thing with the current version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I seem to remember it does do VR, but I don't know if it does the fully interactive cockpit thing I'm getting here, and I value that more than I value the completely correct scenery. Yeah, definitely more or less over that. So yeah, it's definitely Scarborough below me. Whether I was actually flying over the top of the headland means I can't really look down and see it. Where is it? It's going to be off to my side here, isn't it? No, I think I'm directly over it. Oh no. No, there it is. There it is. Haven't quite got to it yet. VR's so good. It's just so good. So I'm not sure what my next leg will be. I'm thinking, yeah, just down into Lincolnshire, which again is going to be from a place I've lived to a place I've lived. I lived in Lincolnshire before I moved up to Scotland, so I'll pick an airfield somewhere in Lincolnshire. Really don't have any trouble picking anywhere. There's lots of choices in Lincolnshire, quite a lot of RAF bases. So, but actually, trying to think, it's like a very little airstrip that I used to like flying in and out of in Microsoft Flight Sim 2011, which was Fenland Airport or Fenland Airstrip. It's a tiny little strip. That could be a fun one to fly to. Again, I figure it should be about a 1 hour hop if I do the thing of coming back out to where I'm about to turn off and then follow the coast down. Sort of, yeah, don't follow the Humber up, actually just fly across. Yeah, and kind of follow Spurn Point, Spurn Head. Is it Spurn Head or Spurn Point? I can't remember. But follow that out and then sort of head straight over would be the trick. Try and actually intersect this waypoint. It just got a little mistier again. So this cloud is getting just a little thicker and it's at about my level. I might need to drop a couple of 100 feet. See how it goes. Should probably drop below it. Try and lose a little bit of altitude. Coming up to the waypoint. Just watch our speed, don't want to overspeed. I think I might do this turn myself. Autopilot off. And the speed, I'm gaining altitude again, don't want to. Right, we're ready for the next turn. Try and lose some altitude, get under these clouds. It's looking okay. Dial in that heading about there. Let's go for a heading hold and hold our altitude. Alright, we're heading inland. Let's see if we can find York. Shame that's not going to be properly modelled as well. It'd be quite cool to see the Minster. See something flashing out there. There's an airstrip out there maybe. Okay, this is going alright, this is going alright. Definitely a nice sunny afternoon. It's slipping just a little bit. Okay. What is that there? Is that just something in the terrain? Or is that actually an airfield out there? Can't quite decide. could be actually. This here. It's fairly dinky if it is. I've heard they made a dent in that fuel, so that's okay. Oh, maybe it isn't. There's definitely a building of some description there. Maybe there's a helicopter pad down there. That has got to be, those buildings have got to be whatever that is. I'm not seeing an actual runway, so it must be a helicopter pad. Yeah, it looks like it may be. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh, hang on, no. He's actually, no, it's a little airstrip. There's an actual aircraft there as well, by the looks of things. Okay, it's a little grass strip. Oh, cool. Okay, that makes sense. Right, how long have we got? About 11 minutes. That's where I'm heading for. It's Elvington. Ooh. Sky clear. Oh, that's good. 119630. Can I dial something in here? Don't know what I'm doing. That's for comms though, isn't it? Oh, no, stop messing with stuff. Just go back on nav. So what's the radio? How do I program in a radio? So there's comms there. Oh, hang on. How do I... how do I... Oh, nearly. Oh, I can't. It's so fiddly. 119. Ah. 196.30. There we go. Now, how do I... There we go. 196.30. Can't talk to anyone. But yeah, I seem to remember, whenever you on one of these things, you're always changing the next one, so you're not changing the frequency you're talking on, and then you swap, is my recollection. Yeah, it doesn't do me any good. Can't talk to anyone, so it doesn't make any difference. That's handy. Didn't realise that clicking on it would help. It's rough. Just not where I'm going. Wow, has that got that many? I didn't realise that Rough had that many strips. I want to choose there. There we go. I think I want 25 maybe? Yeah, I should probably go for 25. Oh! Shit, no. Cancel. No, cancel. Okay. Right, so that actually lets me just set myself up. Okay. I thought it was going to maybe just show me it or something like that. How far out am I? I should probably start losing some height. No, not that much, not that much, not that quickly. Ah, no. Did it again, did it again, did it again. Let's just get ourselves stable. There we go. I'm just trying to get a good seating position. This isn't going well. Slight emergency, slight emergency. Right, let's just hold nav and altitude there for a second. I just need to reset myself in my seat. There we go, that'll do, I think. Maybe more there. Yeah, that feels comfortable. This thing is just vicious in terms of, it's a bit ridiculous. Right, I'm going to take over. There's that cloud in front of me as well. There's another airfield just ahead of me actually. I'm trying to dip below this cloud. EGNU. What's EGNU? Full Sutton. Don't know you. Whoa! And that's what I mean about looking around the cockpit while hanging on. I think that's what I'm after up ahead. I haven't got myself in a terribly comfortable seating position. There we go. Right, let's just try and adjust this cockpit a bit. Okay, that feels better. Let's power it off. Try and get ourselves a reasonable approach. So I think I want to be more over that way. 25. I don't know why 25 is going to be more that way, isn't it? I think I can see a strip ahead of me beyond this strip down here. It's kind of heading in a direction I want. So I'm going to come a little wide. Is that a strip? Oh no, it's further out. No, that's just a mark in the landscape. I think one after's further out that way. Right, altitude hold. And heading hold. Did I have it on nav hold? I think I had it on nav hold, didn't I? Which might explain why I was getting some weird stuff happening. That might explain it. I'm going in the wrong direction. 25 is more that way. Okay, that's where I want to be. So let's bring it round. This is fine. This is fine. Learning on the job. It's all learning. So there's a strip down there. Rather poorly positioned trees at the end of the strip. Could catch them out, couldn't it? It's yeah, looks like I'm setting myself up about right. I want to come here and then do a turn. Yeah, do you know what? I think I kept hitting the nav, which might explain things. Slowly losing altitude as well, but that's fine actually. I thought I'd hit the altitude hold. Probably a bit lower, quite a bit lower than I should be actually at the moment. Pylons. Those pylons ain't got no floaters. The airplanes that get snagged. Hello to the Alien fans. Right. Where's the runway? I can see something that looks runway-like. Yeah, that's it. So let's have some flaps. There's no vars in here. Can't see any. Feels like things are going okay. Maybe a bit too high. speed. Sync rate's not good enough. I need to dip my nose down a bit just to try and get myself down a bit. I know that's a bit naughty. Try and line up a bit better. I'm going to use a good bit of runway here. I'm actually landing with a fair bit of side wind, it seems, and I think I'd appreciate that. And we're down. Well, I'll wait. Let's just let it slow down a bit, give it some rudder. Problem is I can't really rely on my brakes because of the problem with I'm a bit naughty. I came down way before the runway actually. And I think I'd appreciated that the runway was actually painted in the middle of the wider runway. Let's not talk about it too much. Made it though. I'm going to go and park up over there. Well, that went okay actually. The landing could have been a little tidier, I feel. But not too shabby actually. I'm trying to remember what's here. I seem to remember, isn't there some kind of air museum or something like that? Pretty damn sure I've been to an air show or two here. Well, there's a bunch of aircraft over there. They're probably display aircraft, if what I'm remembering is correct. But I'm going to go and pack up with them, or at least as close to them as possible. Can't even get over there. There's something small packed up over there, so probably heading in about the right place. Okay, I'm going to park up over here. I'm going to have to look up what is at this place now. Remind myself. A bunch of things on display over there. Right, I think I'm just going to park up here. Actually, there's a little cut in next to the windsock. I'm just going to park up there. do. There we go, parking brake on. Can't remember which is what direction for those lights. Right, let's just power off. I'm sure I've done that all wrong. Right, there we go. Let's have a little look outside. Yay! Made it. I'm intact. I'm all in one piece. I made it home. Well, not home, really. Let's just kind of have a little look over here for a second. Wow. Oh, these are tankers. They look like, yeah, they're tankers. Interesting. Huh. What are you? You're interesting. Yeah, I can't remember what actually is at this airstrip. I'm fairly sure I've been to an air show here a long time ago. But anyway, I made it. That's not my airplane. There it is. Came to the wrong one. There we go. Cool, so that's my second leg done, and the weather's been okay, and I think I actually landed with gentle crosswind. Lost my aeroplane again. There it is. There we go. So it's serving me quite well. There's a horrible buzzing noise coming from it, so I probably forgot to turn something off. Probably damaging my aircraft as I speak. But this is one of the things is, as I keep going around, part of the reason why I want to do this flight and try and go around, Great Britain or maybe the whole of the UK, is I want to get used to this, get familiar with this, maybe try on the way to learn a bit more about how to properly fly it and how to properly use the instruments, things like that. That would be fun. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm back into this again though, definitely back into this. So from my second leg from Newcastle to York, it'll be down into Lincolnshire next time, I think. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.